I think, we have some adjustments to make, but overall expectations I think are the same, to compete for the conference championship, to prepare ourselves the best with a very rigorous non-conference schedule, and to get to postseason. I think offensively we've got some changes to make because we lost a lot of offense, and I think defensively and pitching-wise things will settle in as we get some games under our belt, but we might just have to find some different ways to score runs. But with our non-conference schedule as strong as it is this year, with the number of teams from postseason, the number of ranked teams, the number of teams that were in the World Series, getting to play, which by the time we play them will probably be the #1 team in the country as well in Oklahoma. I think we should be as prepared as we possibly can when we get to Big West play. The stretch of the 7 games leading into conference are extremely difficult, but I don't think you get any better if you don't play up and you don't play those types of teams, whether it's Oklahoma, Arizona State, Washington. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of great teams, and we're also going to play Stanford and Cal. That I think it's going to be good for the team. I know they're excited to play that type. I know they're excited to go play in the Baylor tournament and play Baylor at Baylor, which will be a tough call. But I think for them it's exciting to have the opportunity to play against those people. Well, first of all, for us in the Big West, starting my 21st year here, it's a little bittersweet because there's a lot of great relationships and a lot of great rivalries. But at the same time, moving on is something that's exciting, but it's not something we can worry about, until June. I think the conference definitely is going to be stronger this year. Hawaii coming in, Long Beach returning a lot of players, new coaching staffs at Riverside and Fullerton. I think all those things come into play. There are some teams that didn't have good years last year, but they didn't lose a lot of players. I'm thinking overall we might have lost the biggest crux of impact players, but no one's going to feel sorry for you. I just think it's going to be much more competitive, and I really believe that this is a year that the conference can be a multi-bid conference again, which did not happen last year. But I think this year, I think the overall additions people have and who they're playing are only going to help get us to that level. Well, I think offensively, when we get some of the younger kids some experience, I think they'll learn to gel because some of the freshmen are going to be in there from day one. But, losing Rivera, Mattson, and Rodriguez, that part has to be replaced. But I think, I know Taylor Petty had a great fall. Megan Fogelsong had a great fall. Nikki Armagosta's Nikki, just how she comes back from the injury. Megan Hom at the top of the lineup is as good as anybody in the country. I think we're going to be okay. I think it's just getting the experience of the younger people that are now in the lineup, replacing those people that have left. Their reps and their experience is what we have to bring along, because we're still going to score runs. We're very confident in our lineup. It's just we may not be getting as many home runs. We might be scoring more on doubles or have to advance runners a little bit more to find ways to score, because getting the big fly may not be as predominant as it has been in the past. Well, I think the infield, I think we've kind of got it set that, we've had to create and see, okay, who can play first base when Nikki's pitching, and we've moved Nicole Zapatosny over there, who's a freshman, to do that. Nicole can also play second base. Another freshman, Taylor Brink, has done a good job there at second as well. Lexi Johnson has also improved tremendously. Melanie Habib is another freshman who we look at probably to be the everyday shortstop. She's come along. She missed a lot of the fall, but she's coming along very well. And then I think Megan Allen will be the cornerstone at third base. What we try to do is really create this on the infield to where we don't have to move Megan Allen around if we can let her get locked into a position and keep that comfort zone, and I think we've been able to do that. Catching-wise, you have Amy Moore, who I think is much further along than she was at this time last year. At the same time, Alex Steinmel has done a tremendous job in improving and keeping the pressure on, and we'll definitely compete for some playing time this year as well. Outfield, you know, that's probably where most of our experience returns. You know, we have Taylor Petty, Megan Hom, and Megan Fogelsong returning, along with Gabby Goyer, who got some time last year. Kamale Patoy got a little bit of time. And then Sarah Anderson, freshman from Washington, is somebody that we anticipate what she does this year versus what she does in the future. But she's someone that's going to have a tremendous impact on this program, both offensively and defensively. I think there's some great competition up there, or out there in the outfield. We've also been moving Taylor Petty a little bit back to third base to get some work there, just so that we're a little deeper all the way around overall. But it gives us some flexibility. If someone's having an off day or someone's struggling at the plate, it allows us to do that because we have more depth in our outfield than we've probably ever had.
Pitchers.
Well, I think pitching-wise, personally, I like the way we have it, one in each class. Our philosophy is pretty much that's how we like it. Obviously, Nikki Armagost, our senior, is our ace and coming back. Hopefully, we can keep her healthy so that she can, you know, bounce back, maybe be a little bit healthier like as a sophomore versus a junior, and continue to carry the pitching staff. Tori Shepard, returning junior, did a tremendous job for us both as a starter and a reliever last year. Was by far our best pitcher in relief situations, though had some great starts for us as well. Danny Bonet had some great starts for us as a freshman. I think struggled a little once we got to conference regarding consistency, and that is always going to happen because the workload your freshman year is something like you're not used to. And then Carly Mortensen brings us another look who I think will have a tremendous future here, whether she's starting or relieving. And bottom line is we need all four of them to compete, and we need all four of them to be successful.